We're doing this today is to let the public know and let them know they can rest assured that we believe we have the person responsible for these shootings in custody. What happened was just outside of Kerman, a victim reported that he had been, a firearm had been brandished at him as he was driving in his vehicle. He drove into Kerman. The suspect vehicle followed him. As it turns out, the victim in this particular case was a California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation correctional officer, and he was armed. As he drove into the city of Kerman, he pulled into a gas station. The suspect followed him. The correctional officer pointed his gun at the suspect, told him to get out of the vehicle. The suspect did, and Kerman Police Department responded and took the suspect into custody. Realizing that the suspect vehicle matched the description in our series of shootings, the city of Kerman called the sheriff's office, Kerman Police Department, and the next day we served a search warrant on that pickup. Inside the pickup, there was a handgun as well as some methamphetamine. Tests on the handgun revealed that the bullets recovered from 5 of the shootings match bullets that were shot from that handgun. So we believe that this suspect is responsible for those shootings in the series that we've had recently.
No, I can tell you we have a really great law enforcement community here in the Valley, and everybody really came together on this particular case. I know everyone on the stage, myself included, we had a lot of sleepless nights in December because we knew that this was occurring, and we were using every resource we had to try to find this person and stop the shootings before someone was killed. So really everyone came together. My hat's really off to the CDCR officer who actually called this in, Kerman Police Department for making the arrest, and then everyone coming together with the DA's office and the Fresno County Sheriff's Department working with CHP to make this happen. We're using every single type of technology available to make sure that we get a very solid prosecution on this, and we make sure this person never has the opportunity to do harm to our community again.
One of the things that we in law enforcement understand is we can investigate all day long, but unless we present a case to the DA that they have the ability to prosecute, we don't make as much of a difference as we need to. So we're all working together to the community. We're all working to keep you safe, and I believe that with the arrest of this defendant, that series of shootings is now over.
We have followed the magic model, multi-agency, local, state, and federal partners all coming together in this case. First to stop the shootings, then to track down the defendant, and now to start the prosecution of the defendant. You've seen in the press release, and I know this morning saw in the complaint, the charges that he is facing today. But rest assured, no one on this stage, no one working on this case is done. There are still more victims, more cases out there that all of us are continuing to work on. This case is not done, but this defendant is. So in the coming months, we are going to prosecute him to the fullest extent, and we are going to get justice for all of the victims.
The cooperation, again, has just been phenomenal. And again, without the work of everyone, this case couldn't have been solved as fast as it was. So on behalf of the residents of Kerman, again, I want to thank the sheriff and all the men and women in law enforcement who helped brought this criminal to justice.
I want to thank the public because Crime Stoppers telephone started ringing off the hook as soon as we put this out. And I appreciate that from the public. Even though some of the leads weren't the right vehicle or weren't the right suspect, it's exactly what we need to run down the information to make sure that we hold people responsible. Crime fighting is a team sport, and part of the team is the public. Not just the law enforcement officers, but it's the public also, and we need you. And your help is extremely useful to us. Even though in this case, the CDCR correctional officer was actually apprehended the suspect with the arrest by Kerman Police Department, the community stepped up with information, and that's what we need. We need that partnership.